Good morning, everybody. Mark with here on the Truckee River. We've got a warm day coming up. It looks like it's going to be like 90 degrees here at 6,000 feet up here in Truckee. Severe blue skies, and it makes me happy when we have trees to give us shade. Anyways, I got the song for you. It's called The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, written by Gordon Lightfoot. He wrote this song, recorded the song back in December of 1975, and it was released August of 1976. And the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald was November 10th, 1975. So a month after the vessel sank, he wrote this song. So a lot of the stuff here is not correct, but he's an artist. He had as much information as he could get. So what I did is I brought the song up to date on what we do know about the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And I am a 100-ton near coastal seaman captain myself, and I was also a captain in the airlines for 20 years. So I've always been very interested in why vessels sink and why airplanes crash. Because I sat there for 25,000 hours in airplanes, and I always wanted to know everything there was to keeping the airplane in the air. And the same with vessels. I always wanted to know all the little mistakes that were made along the line. So I did some studying on the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and I brought what I think some things up to date, since it's been over 40 years now since this vessel went down. And it's a sad story, but it is a song too. And it kind of hit home with me, so I've got my version of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald right here. And this is my version of it. The legend lives on the Chippewa, down in the big lake they call Gitchagumi. The lake it is said never gives up her dead when the scales of November turn gloomy. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons or more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. The good ship and crew was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early. The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. As big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned. Concluded some terms in a couple of steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland. And later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling? The wind and the wires made a tattletale sound as the waves broke over the railing. And every man knew when the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late and breakfast had to wait as the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came it was freezing rain in the face of a hurricane west wind. When supper time came the cooks came on deck and saying, fellas, it's too rough to feed ya. At 7 p.m. the Fitz was listing. He said, fellas, it's been good to know ya. The captain wired in we had water coming in, but we seemed to be holding our own. And later that night the lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Does anyone know where the love of God goes and the waves turn minutes into hours? The searchers all say they would have made Whitefish Bay had they put 17 more miles behind her. They might have split up or they might have capsized. They may have broke deep and took water. And all that remains are the faces and names of the wives, the sons, and the daughters. Like Huron Rose Superior sings in the rooms of her ice water mansion. Michigan streams are like a young man's dream, and the islands and bays are for sportsmen. And further below Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. And the iron boats go as the mariners all know, and the gales of November remembered. And in musty old town hall in Detroit they prayed in the Maritime Sailors Cathedral. And the church bell chimed and it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend lives on the Chippewa on down on the big lake they call Gitchagumi. And Lake Superior, they said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November come early. A lot of facets to this disaster. Maintenance, weather, decisions to go, overloaded vessel, and it was just this machinery of big business that pushed this boat to the bottom of the lake. Thank you, Gordon, for that great story, and thank you all for listening. Bye.